Can you manifest without taking action? Part 2. Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome back to my channel. This is Priya, your manifestation coach. And in this video, I'm going to be answering a really good question that I received from one of you guys in part 1 of this video series. Now, if you haven't watched part 1 yet, not to worry. I will put a link in the description box below, and I will also put a link at the end of this video. Now, a really good question that I received from one of you is as follows. Hi Priya, and thanks for your video. I can definitely see how this works with regards to something like relationships, which rarely happens when you look for it, in my case at least. But what if you are unemployed and have money left for 1 or 2 months, with the consequences of losing your apartment if you don't find a job or money? So you have a time limit. You say you should never take action towards the desire. Would you just stop looking for a job and trust it will happen? Another more positive example, what if your desire is to go on a trip and you have the money for it? If you stop taking action towards it, researching, booking, etc., the trip will not magically happen by itself, would it? I'm trying to understand the concept of taking no action towards your desire. Doesn't it only apply when you don't know how to get to your desire in advance? I think this was a brilliant question. So today I'm going to do my very best to answer this question. Now, to get you up to speed with what was discussed in part 1, we spoke about how to manifest without taking any action. And the way through which this is accomplished is by getting to the state of consciousness. It's by deliberately altering your state of consciousness so that you get it to a place of knowing that your manifestation is done. Now, how do you know when you are at this state of consciousness? When you are at this state of consciousness, you will no longer desire what you desire. How can you want what you feel you already have emotionally? So getting to the state of consciousness of knowing it is done is when you will experience an emotional relief that says, I already have my manifestation. Now, when you reach the state of consciousness, you will activate the bridge of events. The bridge of events are cognitive components that have been orchestrated by your higher self that will guide you from where you are to your manifestation. You will not know that you are on the bridge of events. The bridge of events will not happen through the known. It will happen through the unknown. And the example that I gave in the last video is that let's say you wanted to manifest a relationship. If you get to the state of consciousness of knowing it is done and you feel like you already had the relationship, then you will never feel the urge to join a dating app. Because as far as you're concerned, you already have your manifestation. You already are that person that has your dream relationship, although there is no evidence of it yet in your 3D reality. And from there, an example of how you can meet the love of your life could be that maybe today you feel inspired to go to Starbucks. So you go to Starbucks, you're in the queue, and that's where you meet the love of your life. So your manifestation will happen through the unknown. You will be guided, you will be led through the unknown to your manifestation. It will not happen through the known. If you're joining a dating app, then that is through the known. So where I want to begin with this is by first talking about vibration, because everything that you call into your reality, that you manifest into your reality, whether consciously or unconsciously, is dictated by your vibration. Meaning you're always manifesting. You're never not manifesting. You're either manifesting consciously or unconsciously. Like, you might be somebody that has no idea that you're manifesting, but your thoughts and your emotions are always manifesting what comes into your reality. So if we take a step back and focus on vibration here, how do you get to the point where you're manifesting things that you want instead of things that you don't want? This is about taking control of your vibration, becoming conscious of your vibration, meaning what thoughts and feelings are you experiencing right now? What thoughts and feelings are predominant within you? So what is your state of being saying? Because this is dictating what next comes into your experience. So if you are in the vibration of lack, the vibration of lack is, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I never have enough money, nobody loves me, I never find the type of relationships I want. So every time you have a belief or a story that goes against your desire, you are in the energy of lack. Meaning the energetic signal that you're sending to the universe is, I don't have my manifestation. I'm unworthy. I'm not good enough. I'm really bad at love. I never have enough money. And the universe is always responding to your vibration, meaning always responding to the way that you feel. So your higher self, God, source, the universe, whatever you want to call it, is going to send you evidence to demonstrate to you that this is the way that you feel, that this is what your vibration is saying. Now, conversely, when you're in the energy of wholeness, when you're in the energy of abundance, when you know you're worthy, when you know that you are good enough, when you know that money flows to you like the air that you breathe, when you know that you are lovable exactly the way that you are, and that relationships come easy to you, and that you're really good at relationships, and that you love being in a relationship, when your stories align with your desire, the universe must send you evidence to demonstrate to you that this is the way that you feel. So everything is contingent upon your vibration. So to answer this question, the first part about, well, I can see how this works for relationships. It's not just relationships. It works for every single thing in your life, whether that is money, whether that is a job, whether that's getting a new apartment or a new car. Everything is to do with your vibration. You might have money in the bank to purchase a new house and a new car, let's say, for example, but you are in the energy of lack, meaning your vibration is in the energy of lack. You're really worried about not getting the right car, or you're really worried about not getting the right house. You're really stressed about not getting the house that you want at the price point that you want. And because you're in the vibration of lack, you will not manifest your dream house or your dream car. You might manifest a house or a car, but it will not be your dream car or your dream house because you're in the vibration of lack. So my message here is that money has nothing to do with your capability of manifesting what you want. It's your vibration. Your vibration is dictating everything. If you're in lack, you will not get the relationship. If you're in lack, you will not get your dream job. Because if you're worried about getting a job, then what could happen is that you could get a job, but it's not going to be your dream job. Maybe they don't give you the pay that you want. Maybe it's really long hours. Maybe the team that you work with is a really challenging, difficult team. So you could manifest a job, but you're unhappy in your job. It's not your dream job. This is what happens when you're in the vibration of lack. So again, it comes down to what vibration are you in? Doesn't matter what you apply it to. It always comes down to what vibration are you in. So to answer the second part of this question about, well, what if you are unemployed and you have 1 or 2 months with the consequences of losing your apartment if you don't find a job or money? My answer to this is to focus on your vibration. Become whole, become the person that already has the job and whose apartment has been taken care of, like the rent for your apartment has been taken care of. Become that person emotionally and energetically, and a job will find you and your apartment will get taken care of. Because your human mind thinks that you need money in order to pay for your apartment through a job. That's the way that the human mind thinks, through the known. That's the known. But the universe can deliver it to you in infinite ways. You have no idea how it could happen. So somebody could gift you money that takes care of your rent for a whole entire year, which means that you don't have to work technically if you don't want to, or maybe that means that you could work part-time because your rent and your bills are all taken care of. Like, you just have no idea how this could unfold. You just want to get clear about what it is that you desire, what it is that you want, and then become an energetic match to it. And the universe will take care of everything. When I manifested my dream job in corporate London, I did not hand out CVs or resumes. I did not go for interviews. Instead, I focused inwards on my vibration and became the person that already had my dream job. And here's how the bridge of events unfolded. One day I was talking to a good friend of mine, and this friend of mine asked me, where do you see yourself in the next year, like job-wise? And I was sharing with this friend that I feel complete with the current role that I'm in, and I'm looking for something new and fresh and exciting. And then my friend turned around and said, oh, well, you know what? I know so-and-so who's looking for an actuary. So I used to work as an actuary, and I think this would be a really good fit for you. I'm going to pass on your details to them if that's all right. And I was like, yeah, sure, of course. So I get an email from my friend's connection, and the guy says to me, you know, come meet me for coffee. So I go meet him for coffee. 10 minutes into the conversation, I'm so excited about this role. I didn't even know this role existed in my industry. Then the guy turns around to me and says, you have the job. And then he hands me a piece of paper and says, and this is how much we're going to pay you. This is what your salary is. And it was the exact number that I had called in. It was the exact number that I got clear about that I wanted. Plus all the other parts of the job. You know, I wanted something that was exciting, that was refreshing, Plus, I wanted to work with a team that was all about collaboration instead of competition, like a really high vibe team. And that's exactly what I manifested. Now, I never looked for it. I never searched for it. I never started job hunting. I just became the person that already had it. And then the bridge of events unfolded. That job came to me through the unknown, not through the known. So this work applies to every single thing in your life. It's not just the relationship. It also applies to money. It also applies to a job or whatever it is that you're looking to manifest. Now, to answer the next part to this question, which was all about another more positive example, what if your desire is to go on a trip and you have the money for it? If you stop taking action towards it, searching, booking, etc., the trip will not magically happen by itself, or would it? So again, this comes back to vibration. What is your vibration saying? Are you in lack or are you whole? Are you excited about this trip? Are you eager about this trip? Because if you're in the vibration of lack, you could have the money to book this trip, but it doesn't work out. Maybe flights get cancelled. Maybe you don't get the hotel that you want. Maybe it's busy during the time that you want to go on this trip, like it's busy season and all the hotels are booked out. I'm telling you, this is how it works. If your vibration is in lack because you're worried about the trip, you're stressed about the trip, you're thinking, well, what if I don't get like the right hotel for the trip? What if it's already booked out? You start stressing about these things, you will manifest that even if you have money in your bank account. So it comes back to, what is your vibration saying? Now, to answer the second part of this question is, the trip will not magically happen unless I book something. It absolutely could. You could become the person that already has this amazing trip planned out, and you get clear about what it is that you want. You become that person that has already experienced the trip, and then tomorrow perhaps your cousin comes and gifts you and says, hey, we're going on this trip together and all expenses are paid for or something. You have no idea how it could happen. So that could absolutely happen. But the other thing that I want to point out here is, if you do have like money in your bank account to go book a trip, then book the trip. But my message really is a bit deeper than that, because it goes into, what is your vibration saying? Just because you have the money doesn't necessarily mean that trip's going to work out if you are in the vibration of lack. So to recap everything that we have discussed here today, manifesting without taking action applies to everything. It's not just about the relationship. You can absolutely apply this to manifesting a job, to manifesting more money in your life, to manifesting a trip. Something else that I want to point out here to really fine-tune what it means to manifest without taking action is that when you do get to the state of consciousness of knowing that it is done, opportunities will come to you. So what you're doing by getting into the state of knowing that your manifestation is done is really you're manifesting opportunities. And when those opportunities come to you, you can then respond to it. You can then say yes or no to it. So what I mean by this is that you're not going out of your way to look for opportunities. You're not searching for it or looking for it. By becoming the person that already has your manifestation, you will call in, you will manifest opportunities. They will present themselves to you. You'll start calling in the right people, the right connections. And when somebody comes and offers you a job, obviously it's up to you to say yes or no. And that's you technically taking action, but you're responding to what's showing up in your reality. You're responding to the opportunity that has presented itself to you versus you going out and actively trying to look for opportunities. And there's a big difference between the two, because most people are in lack when they're looking for opportunities. Hence, usually they never do manifest, the dream car, the dream house, or the dream job. They might get a house or a car or a job, but it's not their dream car, house, or job. So in order to manifest exactly what you want, it really is about becoming a vibrational match to it. More specifically, it's about becoming the person that already has your manifestation. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, then you can watch it here next, or you can watch it by clicking the link below in the description box. I love you. I appreciate you. Have a beautiful day. Mwah.